Alright guys, BLM here, back with more Like a Dragon. We're continuing on Chapter 9. Also, I have been rewatching my own ranking of the Walking Dead Telltale episodes. So, let's do that again.
Which causes the game to crash, which is fun. But we do get the first introduction to Richmond and Javi meeting all these new characters. I think that's okay.
I'm talking about New Frontier episode 3. It's number 15.
It takes a while for you to get to
that 15 on the list.
With David, but once you get there, I think it's pretty strong as well. Where you have the fight with Badger and Max.
We just saved, right?
I think the episode has a decent cliffhanger. You also have more relationship stuff between Clem and Javi, which is pretty strong. I think there is a debate for this being the best episode in the season. Even though, again, overall at the end of the day, it's still not that good. Now at number 14, we're back to season 2, and I think this might be an unpopular opinion. I'm not entirely sure, because I do see some people really liking this episode, but I personally do not. And that is season 2, episode 5, No Going Back, the finale of season 2, and I just really don't like this episode.
Yeah, fuck it.
Again, it focuses a lot on Jane, a character I really don't like. There's also a lot of focus on Arvo, a character I hate. Really the worst character in the entire series.
Fuck Arvo.
It feels like Telltale wrote him to be sympathetic, even though he's completely not. Is really just the dumbest thing. The fact that Bonnie and Mike, characters who I liked in the previous episodes, just decide to leave the group and ditch you is just really dumb as well. The Luke death is also really dumb, where there's one scenario where Bonnie is like really pissed at you for it for some reason, which again, really just terrible writing there. I think most of the endings in this episode are also pretty bad. I mean, just Jane with her hiding AJ and everything. I think it's narratively, but it just
I don't remember. Did I?
Jane as a character even more.
Heal?
I think the Kenny ending is probably the best. Where
healed us. Okay.
I think that's probably the most solid ending for his character. Though the fact that in that scenario you never see Kenny ever again, I do think that's kind of disappointing as well. Overall, not a big fan of this episode. I just think it's, again, just a lot of terrible narrative decisions in my opinion.
What?
There's a lot of characters just being written so unlikable that, I mean, for me, it ranks here towards the bottom. Now at number 13, this might also be an unpopular opinion, but I actually have season 4, episode 4, Take Us Back, which is the final episode of the final season, and I really disliked a lot of the decisions that they made with this episode as well. If you really think about it, pretty much 90% of this episode is just returning to the school. I mean, that's really what most of this episode is. And I really hated what they did with Clementine there. The fact that they bite her, and then she ends up surviving by AJ cutting off her leg, I just think that's really anticlimactic. I think either go full-on Lee parallel, or just don't do it at all. I think the fact that they tried to get the best of both worlds by getting Lee parallel there, by having Lee bitten, but also having her survive it, it just felt kind of dumb to me. Even though, again, like, I was kind of like, she was good.
What? I hit that.
The last shot that we see,
whatever. No, let's do, wait, did we get a new tap? Giga Swing, we did. Interesting, I didn't even notice that.
A lot of the episode is just nothing. A lot of the episode is just returning home. I mean, you have the final fight with Minerva, and that's okay, I guess. But I did think that the final conclusion where AJ puts
he got a new one too.
On the table and walks away from it, I think that's an okay final scene.
Oh fuck, I mistimed that really bad.
I know a lot of people in the Walking Dead Telltale
stuns him.
like this episode. Overall for me though, it's pretty mediocre. So I have it here at number 13. Now at number 12, I have the final episode from A New Frontier that I haven't talked about yet, and that is season 3, episode 1, Ties That Bind Part 1, the first episode, and it's okay. I mean, that's really all I gotta say about it. I think it's a decent introduction to some of these characters. I think, again, I like Javi as a character. I think he gets a good introduction here. I think his relationship with Kate is well introduced here as well. I think the Mariano death scene is pretty shocking. I think that's a pretty good scene as well. I think the stuff with Prescott's pretty solid. I mean, overall, I just think this is a consistently decent episode. And considering it's also an introduction to a decent amount of decent characters, I think it's good enough to rank here at number 12. And that's the best episode of season 3, though, again, it's still
we should be able to finish them off, right?
Number 11 might be another unpopular opinion of mine, but at number 11, I have season 4, episode 3, Broken Toys. And from what I've seen, this is a lot of people's favorite episode, or at least one of their favorite episodes. And for me, it's good. It's a good really solid episode, but I don't love it. And there's a good amount of like annoying gameplay bits here. A lot of the shooting, walker stuff, sneaking around walkers, sneaking around the boat, just all that stuff I'm not really a fan of. And you do have some more lighthearted stuff here, like the party stuff and your relationship with Violet or Lewis, and that stuff's okay. I mean, not great in my opinion, though. I also feel like they just completely wasted Lily as a character here. When I thought her appearance in episode 2 was pretty shocking. I was pretty happy with what they did there, but then they just never followed up with it. They just like turned her into this like really generic villain, and she doesn't even get any like screen time until the very end of the episode. So yeah, this is a pretty solid episode of The Walking Dead, but not my favorite. So it lands here at number 11. Now at number 10, I have another episode from Season 4. I have Season 4, Episode 2, Suffer the Children, and I like this episode. I actually really like this episode.
I don't remember what happened in
The
episode
aftermath
2.
of Marlon's death. I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, you do have the love interest stuff with either Lewis or Violet. That's pretty good. You do get to know a lot of these characters a lot more. People like Ruby and Mitch. The final fight at the end of the episode is pretty strong, even though gameplay-wise it is kind of annoying. I really don't like the bow and arrow gameplay in this game, but the choice of whether to save Lewis or save Violet is pretty strong. And really, the only reason this episode is as low as it is just because I just feel like every other episode is pretty good as well. I mean, I think from this point on, these are all episodes I legitimately like. And to be honest, I think there's even a debate for moving this up a spot or two, but for now, I do have it ranked here at number 10. Now at number 9, we're returning to Season 2. We're at Season
So the rest of the
2,
list
Episode 1.
is what,
All that
the first 3
remains,
episodes of Season 2, the first episode of Season 4, and then the entirety of Season 1, right?
Really, really depressing.
Oh, shit.
How hardened Kristen becomes, and then we get separated from her. And again, I don't love that it's left very ambiguous of whether she survives or not, but I do like seeing Clementine try to survive by herself. I think that was pretty fun. I like the new group of characters that we end up meeting. Luke, Pete, Carlos, Nick. I think they all get decent introductions here. Rebecca, even. Again, not as likable characters for the most part, but at least as very fine
Oh no, they didn't
characters.
heal us. I thought they did.
Well,
Shit.
I mean, overall, I just think this is a good, solid opening episode to the season, but it does get better. So it's here at number 9. At number 8,
Let's
I
go
have
and do
another
this.
episode from Season 2. I have Season 2, Episode 2, A House Divided, which I thought was a pretty good episode. I think we get an introduction to probably the best villain in the entire series in Carver. I mean, I think Carver is a fantastic character. We also get Kenny. Kenny, obviously, again, being one of the best characters in the entire series. We have Nick killing Matthew and the repercussions of that, which is really fun. I really like the dinner scene where you have the choice of either siding with Luke or siding with Kenny. Overall, I just felt like there's a lot of good character stuff in this episode. And I really love the cliffhanger that we hang off here. So for me, this is ranked here at number 8. At number 7, I have the highest ranked episode from Season 4, and that is Season 4, Episode 1, Done Running. And I love this episode. I really did. I mean, I was so happy playing this episode and getting to the end. I just thought it was a fantastic story here. Seeing the arc of Marlon, where we initially see him as this really, like, nice guy, this leader of this group of misfit kids, and then for him to turn into this sort of dark, maniacal dickhead, and then for him to kind of redeem himself until AJ shoots him. I think that's all, like, just fantastic stuff there. I think also just the stuff with AJ and Clementine in this episode is pretty strong as well. I think they have a pretty good relationship throughout the entire season.
Oh my luck, we're about to be killed, but
I think you meet a lot of new fun characters. I mean, you got Lewis and Violet. You also get an introduction to all the
that's a lot of damage.
here with the combat, which is fine. You get
Oh, shit.
and all this other stuff. I think this
Oh,
is
no.
a solid episode of The Walking Dead Telltale. I think there's a debate for this being the best opening episode in the history of the series. I really have almost no flaws with it, outside of like maybe a couple like annoying gameplay bits. It's just a really great episode of the series, so for me it ranks here at number 7. Now at number 6, we're finally getting to Season 1. We have the first episode of Season 1 to make the list, and that is Season 1, Episode 1, A New Day, which is obviously the first episode of The Walking Dead Telltale ever, and it's a very solid episode. episode, we get the introduction to Lee, who is one of my favorite characters in all of gaming. Obviously, we get the start of his relationship with Clementine. We have the stuff at Herschel's farm, which I think is really fun. And also is the introduction to obviously how the game works.
I think more how I want to approach this.
Macon, which introduces us to some pretty fun characters like Lily and Larry and Carly.
Let's do this.
Obviously, the ending choice between Carly and Doug is really fun, even though, again, it's pretty obvious you're going to save Carly, right? Overall, I just felt like this was a pretty great opening episode to the series. Well, I do think I could really debate over whether episode 1 is better than this one. I think my nostalgia for this episode, just the amount of times I've played this episode, had me ranking here at number 6. Now at number 5, I have an episode that I remember being loved at the time that it came out, but I'm actually kind of surprised to see that it seems like people's opinions of it have definitely dropped over time, and I do agree that it isn't the greatest episode in the world, and that is Season 1, Episode 3, Long Road Ahead. And the reason why it is this high is because it has some of the best moments in the history of the series.
There we go.
I mean, Carly's death is fantastic. Duck's death is fantastic. The depressing tone of the entire episode is really, really great as well. However, there's some really annoying gameplay bits. To be honest, this might have the most annoying gameplay bits in the entire series for me. Pretty much everything with the train is just so annoying. Everything with like trying to find out the control, trying to unlock the pin at the back.
Why is it talking again?
Just everything there I just find really annoying. But it just has some fantastic moments, and I think those things are things you can't really ignore. So for me, I do have this ranked at number 5, even though it does have a good amount of flaws. Now at number 4, I have an episode that I was...
Wait, does it get an attack after every fucking...
Like, I personally love it, and that is Season 1, Episode 4, Around Every Corner, which I just think is an all-around fantastic episode. It starts the episode with the arrival of Savannah, and the stuff with Penny, trying to find a boat. I think all that stuff is fun. I do think there's a bit of an annoying bit in the sewer and finding Vernon and all that stuff.
Okay, so now we're fighting on one.
In my opinion. But I do think the Crawford heist is fantastic. Well, to be fair, I mean, there is some backtracking there that can get annoying, but I think narratively it is really strong. I think Molly is a pretty solid character that's decently written. I think the choice of whether or not to kill Ben is a pretty big one. And also, you get the ending where Lee gets bit, and I think that's one of the best moments of the entire season. For me, this is very clearly a top-tier episode, so I have it ranked here at number 4. Now at number 3, I have the final non-Season 1 episode, and that is Season 2, Episode 3, In Harm's Way, and I just love this episode. You spend the entire episode being imprisoned by Carver, and by the end of it, you take him down and you escape. And I love this narrative here, and I especially love it because Carver is just such a fantastic villain. I mean, he is the best villain in the entire series, and it's not even close. Through this, we also meet some new characters. Bonnie makes her main series appearance for the first time. You meet Jane and Mike, who are okay in this episode. I do think it's disappointing that the repercussions of 400 Days is really just like a one-shot cameo. It's really dumb. But again, just everything with Carver in this episode is fantastic. For me, it's really a near-flawless episode. We're having a, again, fantastic character in Carver, and also great character dynamics within the episode as well. I do think it's very solidly here at number 3. Now we're down to the final 2, obviously both episodes from Season 1. But at number 2 here, I have Season 1, Episode 2, Stars for Help. And again, I just feel like this is a very
I did put episode 5.
I think this is the most consistent episode in the entire series. I think my number 1 episode is obviously just such an impactful episode overall, but I do think it has some flaws. Well, this episode, I don't even know if I really have flaws with it. I mean, there's the dumb gameplay bit of I designed a tractor, but outside of that, I do think this episode is fantastic. I mean, it is really a masterful episode. I mean, you have this new group that you meet, the St. John's, where they turn out to be cannibals, and that's a really fun sequence. The meat locker scene where Kenny kills Larry, that's a fantastic scene. The entire final fight is fantastic. I mean, I love the final fight of Andy St. John. It's one of my favorite moments in the entire series. I really just love the St. John's as villains.
Let's just guard.
Again, obviously, when they first appear, you're thinking of them as like nice people, but slowly start to figure out that there's something off there. And with the reveal with Mark having no legs and everything when you find him, it's such a great moment. Overall, again, fantastic episode. It lands here at number 2. Now number 1, the best episode of The Walking Dead Telltale to me is very easily Season 1, Episode 5, No Time Left. And I will say, I do think it is more flawed than episode 2. I think the thing about this episode is that you do spend a good chunk of it doing kind of pointless stuff. I mean, at the beginning of the episode is you being at the hospital. As you thought Clementine was there, obviously it turns out she's not. But then you spend that first part of the episode trying to get to that bell tower so that you can escape. Afterwards, after you get to the house, you spend a lot of that time just escaping from the walkers.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, perfect. That could not work out for better.
But we do have fantastic moments within these scenes, though.
So now we have HP or SPDs or MP, what the fuck they're calling in this game.
But then you also have this Ben death scene, if Ben is still alive, which I think is one of the best scenes in the entire series. I do think the Kenny death scene without Ben there is just kind of dumb. From that point on, though, it's fantastic. From the moment where Lee goes on his own, like Walker after Walker on the way to the Marsh house is fantastic. The confrontation of the stranger is probably my favorite scene in the entire series. It's kind of a culmination of the entire season where you kind of explain your actions and try to justify them to the stranger, who ends up being this massive lunatic, obviously, that's carrying around his wife's head. Obviously, you get to fight with him, and I think the best ending for that fight is obviously to have Clementine end up killing him, which I think is a great progression of her character. You then have the escape from the Marsh house, where you see Clementine's parents, obviously. You knew that they were dead, but you finally get the confirmation, and you get the final scene with Clementine killing or leaving Lee behind, which is probably the most gut-wrenching scene possibly in the history of gaming for me. I mean, I just remember I was a wreck when watching this for the first time. I'm not someone that cries over.
Wait, what?
Like this.
Why does he get to attack twice?
It really was
That's some bullshit.
Emotional scene in any form of media for me. I just love Lee so much as a character. I remember I was just like so disappointed when he got bit. Obviously, it's a great moment narratively, and it makes sense narratively. But the fact that we knew we were going to be losing Lee by the end of this episode was really depressing. To see his ending here.
And I'm into that. I don't know why the fuck I did that.
It is best for the narrative as a whole, and overall, it's just an amazing episode, amazing score. Again, it has some flaws, but it is overall.
What? You didn't give me the opportunity to do anything.
Every episode of the main series of The Walking Dead Telltale ranked, all 19 episodes. So as I mentioned earlier, I will be doing a Telltale game ranking.
Well, we'll just go and attack at this point.
Down the road. That should be fun. Again, trying to finish replaying a few other games. Once that's done, I'll be making that video. That's everything I gotta say here.
Barely got that.
For the episodes of The Walking Dead Telltale. Thank you for watching.
Alright, there we go. So those are those videos. I guess I still haven't finished talking about some things, right? So yeah, tomorrow I can possibly have stuff going on in the morning. If not tomorrow, then it will be on Wednesday. But once that's done, the plan is to record probably 2 videos for my other channel. And ideally it would probably be the BB2 retrospective and the BB2 player ranking. We'll see if I can get those 2 recorded. Again, after that, work on the Amazing Race Season 1 script and try to finish that by the end of tomorrow. Obviously, the Big Rig Canada is on tomorrow as well. And I might start watching Battle of the X's too. That's the season I'm up to now. I would like to finish Yakuza Like a Dragon here by probably by like a week and a half from now, I would say. Like, we're not gonna finish it by Friday, but like if we can finish it by like Monday or Tuesday or so of next week, I feel like that would be ideal. we'll see. Again, because I'm not going to be recording during the day, I'm going to be recording videos for my other channel over over the days I have off, at least. Again, like Tuesday and Thursday, which I do work those days, I probably will play some Yakuza those days, just because I do want to still make progress on this. But so.
Oh. Eh? Oh.
But yeah, so that's that. I don't remember how many videos I still have to record. I think it's like 9 or so, and that's not including like the possible re-record or the pre recording. Well, no, that's not what I meant to say. Well, whatever. Like I might record some of the challenge review early, just to get that out of the way, because that's gonna be a bigger video, and so I can get some of that edited beforehand. So the process of getting that video out will be quicker, hopefully. We'll see. Obviously, along the way, we're probably going to finish Yakuza, and I'm in the middle of working on this batch of videos. We're going to probably finish Yakuza Like a Dragon here, and write the retrospective, and record in, whatever, put that together as well. Also, obviously, the Circle UK, and Big Bracana, and the challenge, all that stuff's going to be happening as well. So that's another thing to deal with. But we'll see how it plays out. Don't know when I'll be done with this batch of videos, but we'll see. Something I forgot about that with the last batch of videos, that the reason why I was able to make up so much time there was because I actually had a good streak of weeks where I wasn't working that much at my part-time job, and like I was working only 3 days a week instead of 4, which because of that ended up allowing me to have more time to edit, which I don't have this time. I am consistently getting 4 days a week, so it's like it's not working out. So I mean, it's not gonna be as quick of a turnaround. So maybe I will just end up breaking even. Which, I mean, to be fair, if I break even, I'm still content with that. It's still not bad, so it's like whatever. Wait, that? Oh, I must have accidentally turned off some audio. Yeah, I saw the Summoning Salt a few days ago reached 1 million subscribers, and he did a 1 million subscriber video. So I kind of like watched a little bit earlier, and essentially kind of he gives like a really quick rundown of how he started the channel and everything. And it's kind of funny that, again, he's doing it for 1 million. Like, I know Lasers did this, like a similar like history of his channel thing for 100,000 subscribers. I would like to do mine at 10,000. Because that's the biggest milestone I feel like the channel is gonna reach. But I really want to do that video, like a history of video. Yeah, it's either do it at 10,000 or do it at like a 5-year anniversary video or something like that. When I eventually, like, if I get to a 5-year anniversary. Obviously, I just passed the 2-year anniversary, so that'll literally be 3 years from now. So I don't know. I really would like to. Because again, like when it comes to the other channel, like I haven't really been I haven't talked to the audience that much. So because of that, I feel like there's a lot of like things that the audience don't know about the channel, and I feel like it would just be really fun to talk through like the history of the channel. Again, it feels like obviously like it's really like even at 10,000, it's like a really narcissistic thing to do that for 10,000 subscribers. But it's like I really do want to do it. I just think it'll be a lot of fun. I really would like to do that ranking of every Telltale episode. I don't know why that never came to my mind until just now. Like, that would be really fucking fun. Like, it'd be a massive fucking video. But it's one that I feel like would be worth doing. Like, I feel like it's a video that I feel like that video would have potential to do well. Again, it's more so a time thing, and like, because at this point, it's like I would have to replay all the games to get, Okay, why is there no fucking audio here? Like no voice acting?
Hey. Oh.
Okay.
分かった。あんたがそうしろというのなら我々は従う。この状況で残された選択肢はもう多くはないだろう。
その日、荻窪豊は何と
手を貸してもらえるか、カス。近江連合の兵隊がここへ来るまで約2分。だが、偽札作りの痕跡を燃やすのにはもう少し時間がかかる。
偽札作りの痕跡を燃やす？
偉人帳の偽札事業はもはやこれまで。荻窪がそう即断したい。近江連合が随分な手間と時間をかけて肉の壁へ照準を合わせていたのに気づけなかったのが原因だ。全ては我々の手落ちと言わざるを得ん。ただし偽札事業をやめるにせよ、偽札と荻窪豊とのつながりだけは全て闇に葬らねばならない。そのために全てを燃やす。これは私の判断だ。半準備。
Yeah, again, it would be so much fun to do that video. It'd probably be ridiculously long, too. I'm sure it'll be hours long. Like, over an hour long, at least. But still, I would have a lot of fun doing it, though.
全て承知の上だよ。
出過ぎた口を聞きました。お許しを。いや、いわゆる猛女に高城はしがろったそのら。荻窪を救うために全部灰にしまうのか。自分たちを捨て駒にして。
快適とまではいかないが、荻窪だけが我々の居場所を真剣に案じ、 そして実際にそれを作ってくれた。だから荻窪には感謝の念しかない。我々は彼の捨て駒になるためではなく、彼への長年の恩義を返すためにすべきことをするだけだ。
それって平たくいや放火だぞ。俺たちにもそれを手伝いって。
いや、お前たちには近江の兵隊をここで食い止めてほしい。追い返せとまでは言わん。ただここを焼き払うだけの時間を稼いでほしいんだ。
でもよ、
頼む、力を貸してくれ。
孫妃、頭をお上げください。
しょうがないわね。頭上げてよ。私正直言うと前からあなたがいけすかなかったし、荻窪を助ける義理もない。でも
So we'll probably end at the next opportunity. We might go one more. Like, it's already 1:30 in the morning, but I'm not that tired. So, yeah. And obviously, like, because also we won't be recording that much. Or not as much over the course of this week. It's like, I feel like we might as well just fucking go as much as we can.
俺は最初から伝わってたけどな。
かたじけない。礼を言う。
じゃあやるよ。
サエコさん。ありがとう。
Prepare for a fight. Cool. Well, I guess we'll end here. Oh, we can't even fucking save? Cool. Cool, awesome. But yeah, we'll end here. We'll do one more episode. But for now, thanks for watching.